If you're ready to properly take notes for this video, then your notebook should be out, it should be open, and it should look like this page that you see ahead of you. It should be titled 5-2 Using Intercepts. This is a section from your Holt textbook. The title of this video is What is an Intercept for X and Y? We're going to answer that question right now. And as we answer the question through the notes, you're going to be writing it right here in this nice big area. Another statement or question can also follow. Remember, for your Cornell notes, you need to have at least 2 to 3 questions or statements and a 3 to 4 sentence summary. In this video, we are going to answer what is an intercept for X and Y. Now, last week we discussed some intercepts from graphs, and you guys have a great idea, but this is going to give you some reinforcement for those notes. Like I said before, this is just to reinforce your knowledge of X and Y intercepts. So I'm just going to go through the particulars, and you can write these notes down. If I was you, I would pause the video, write down these notes, and then begin playing and listening to me go over this information. So an x-intercept is the x-coordinate of any point where a graph intersects the x-axis. There's some great vocabulary there. We have intersects, x-axis, a coordinate. The y-coordinate of this point is always 0. Here, the x-intercept on this graph, and we looked at this graph in class, we know that the x-intercept is 0, which is right here. It represents the time that the diver reaches the surface, or when the depth equals to 0. And this is going to be our x-intercept, and it's on the x-axis. So how do you find the x-intercept? Well, we can go ahead and take we'll look at some examples, and that's actually in the next video. But to find the x-intercept in an equation, you just need to let y equal 0, plug in y to equal 0, and then you can find the x-intercept when looking at a linear equation. A y-intercept is the y-coordinate of any point where a graph intersects the y-axis. The x-coordinate of this point is always 0. So how do you find the y-intercept? Well, if you let x equal to 0 in an equation, then you can find a y-intercept. And here we have that same graph, and up here we knew that this was the x-intercept. And since this is the y-axis, this point is the y-intercept. And for the situation with the diver, the y-intercept is negative 120. It represents the diver's elevation at the start of the ascent, or when time equals to 0. So when it's at the bottom, and this shows the distance it takes and the amount of time it takes to rise to the very top. In the next video, we'll actually look at linear equations and find the x and y intercept.